Shall we start, children? I'm born children. Good evening. So today I thought starting with break-even point. I hope you can hear me. So we discussed this topic last week, but I'll do quick revision, right? Concept of break-even point, right? Do you remember what is a break-even point? What is in break-even point? What equals to what? Revenue equals to total cost. Revenue එක අපේ total cost එකට equal වෙනවා. In that point, we don't have any profit, any loss. Profit උත් නැහැ, loss උත් නැහැ business එකට. That point තමයි break-even point. Right? Now we want to find that one. Okay. So we learn why business want to find this break-even point. Then we learn how are costs classified in a business. Business එකක cost classify කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා ඉගෙන ගත්තා. Fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, and average cost. Right? These are the main classification. Fixed cost does not change with the level of output. Output එකත් එක්ක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලායි කියන්නේ. Right? Fixed cost is increasing or decreasing. It's changing. ඒක change වෙනවා. But it does not change with the level of output. අපි හදන output එකත් එක්ක ඒ අනුපාතයට ඒක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Variable cost that change with the level of output. අපි හදන ප්‍රමාණයත් එක්ක cost එක වෙනස් වෙනවා නම් අපි කියනවා ඒක variable cost. So one example for fixed cost is rent. And one example for variable cost is raw materials. Right? Then total cost, we are calculating total cost, fixed cost plus variable cost. මේ දෙකේම එකතුව තමයි total cost එක කියලා කියන්නේ. Then this one is very important, children. This average cost. ඒ කියන්නේ එකක් හදන්න යන cost එක. Right? Average cost, or we can tell per unit cost. The cost producing a single unit of output. Then we learn few equations. Right? Here, first point, you have some examples for fixed cost. And some under second point, you have some examples for the variable cost, right? Then total cost, how we calculate fixed cost plus variable cost, not minus. Then we learn another thing, revenue, how to calculate revenue. Normally, if you are learning accounting, children, right, you know in income statement, you are mentioning revenue, company's revenue. අපි කොච්චර income එකක් හොයනවාද කියලා අපි දානවා. So, how we calculate this revenue? Number of selling units into selling price. Selling units means number of products you are selling, right? කොච්චර විකුණනවද කියන එක. දැන් ඔයා හිතන්න. For example, you think you are producing water bottles. Water bottle තමයි හදන්නේ. This month you 50,000 water bottles. This month you sold 50,000 water bottles. Then that 50,000 into per unit price. Again, a water bottle like sell price. For example, you think one water bottle you sold like 250, then 50,000 into 250. Revenue income. Then profit. How to calculate profit? We are calculating profit. From our revenue, we need to deduct total cost. අපේ total cost එක අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. Right? All the expenses. Right? ඔක්කොම අපිට කියපු වියදම් ටික අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. Total revenue minus total cost. You have another point. The production or the selling level at which a business receives neither profit nor loss is the break-even point, or we call BEP. At this point, the total revenue is equal to the total cost. The selling units or the production units of this point is the number of units of break-even point. Same thing that I told you, right? The main two things are there. පළවෙනි එක තමයි ළමයි total revenue equal to total cost. Right? And next thing, your selling units or production units sorry, in the, sorry, second point is no profit and no loss in this point, right? Okay. So you have question number 1 here. Did you do this one? Any problem with doing this question? Right. I'm going to do this question with you. If you have any doubts or questions, you can solve those things now. Right. Question number 1. Rose has monthly fixed cost of $2,000. The variable cost per pair of shoes is $3. So we can think this Rose is, what is his business? He's manufacturing shoes, right? In January, Rose makes 1,000 pair of shoes, right? So what they're asking, find the total cost of producing 1,000 pair of shoes in January, right? So total cost, we have equation for total cost here. Total cost equal fixed cost plus variable cost. Then what we need to do, total cost equal fixed cost plus variable cost. You need to write this equation. Then fixed cost, how much? 2,000. Here from question we can take directly. But the problem comes with the variable cost. The variable cost, right? Now here children, we have per unit variable cost, right? එකක් හදන්න යන variable cost එක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. එක shoe එකක් හදන්න යන දැන්. We need total variable cost, not per shoe variable cost. එතකොට අපිට මුළු ඔක්කොම variable cost එක තමයි ගන්න ඕන. So how we can find this one? We can find per unit variable cost into number of shoes, right? We can හදපු shoes ගානින් වැඩි කරා නම් හරි. Then how we can find $3 per unit variable cost into 1,000 pair of shoes. Then $3,000, right? So then $2,000 plus $3,000, we can have the answer $5,000. This is my answer. And here you learn new equation again, how to find total variable cost, right? Then apita tiyenne equations. Total cost equation we have, total revenue have, profit equation also we know. Now we have another equation, total variable cost. Then tapi total variable cost එකත් හොයන්න දන්නවා. Now children, this point you need to know, right? Per unit variable cost and total variable cost. මේක දෙකක්. හරිද? Per unit variable cost එකයි total variable cost එකයි. But here you can see when we write total cost equation, we just write variable cost. එතන අපි ලියන්නේ නැහැ per. We have just word variable cost. But we need to know what is they are asking here. They are asking total cost. අහන්නේ total cost එකනේ. එතකොට when they are asking total cost, we cannot put per unit variable cost, right? එකක variable cost එක දාලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ අපි. Okay? ඒකින්ද we need to put here total variable cost, right? ඒක අපි හිතලා තමයි දාන්න ඕනේ. Right. Okay, let's go to the second question. Find the average cost. Right. Find the average cost. I think here you don't have average cost equation. Right. No problem. Again, another new equation, average cost. Average cost equal total cost divided by output, right? Total cost divided by output. Right. එකක් හදන්න යන cost එක හොයන්න නම් අපිට මොනවද කරන්න ඕන? We need to find the total cost. Then we divided it by the number of output. In this question, number of shoes. Right? එතකොට අපිට එනවා එකක් හදන්න යන cost එක. Right? So children, total cost we found under question A, it is $5,000, $5,000. Output. Output means number of units. Then in this question, output කියන්නේ shoes, right? Then මේගොල්ලෝ shoes කොච්චර හදනවද? Rose makes 1,000 pair of shoes. 1000ක් හදනවානේ. එතකොට 5,000 divided by, right, over 1,000. And answer is coming with dollars, right? Make a balance, children. Total cost is in dollars or rupees, right? Rupees or dollars with that sign. එක cost එකක් නේ, එක වියදමක්. ඒකට ඒක අපි කියන්න ඕන rupees වලින් හරි dollars හරි මොනවා හරි මුදලකින් තමයි කියන්නේ. Right? But output is just a number. Right? Number of shoes කියනකොට ඒක අපි සල්ලි වලින් කියන්නේ නෑනේ. That is just a number. Then $5,000 divided by 1,000, not $1,000. Right? ඒක $1,000 මේක නිකන් 1,000. Okay? But answer comes $5. Right? Average cost. එක cost එකක් නේ. Then average cost, total cost, fixed cost. මේ ඔක්කොම cost කියනකොට we are telling with dollar signs or rupees. Rupees වලින් හරි dollars වලින් හරි තමයි ඒව කියන්නේ. Right? Okay, see that difference? Right. And the other thing, variable cost and average cost. Per unit variable cost and per unit variable cost and average cost. Those are two concepts. එකක් නෙමෙයි එක දෙකක්. And here you take variable cost, right? Variable cost per unit, per unit variable cost $3. එකක් හදන්න යන variable cost එක $3. Here average cost $5, right? ඒ කියන්නේ එකක් හදන්න යන මුළු වියදම $5. Okay, so always children, average cost is greater than per unit variable cost. Did you get my point? Average cost එක වැඩි variable cost එකට වඩා. Average cost is greater than the variable cost, per unit variable cost. If I ask why, ඇයි එහෙම වෙන්නේ? Can you tell me the answer, children? ඇයි average cost එක වැඩි වෙන්නේ per unit variable cost එකට වඩා? What is the reason? Anyone? There is a reason for that. May answer එකෙත් බලන්න per unit average variable cost. එකක් හදාන්න යන variable cost එක $3. But average cost එකක් හදාන්න යන මුළු cost එක $5. Don't know answer. You don't know the answer, right? The answer is, children, because when we calculating average cost, per unit average cost එක calculate කරනකොට we are dividing total cost by output. We are dividing total cost. Total cost එක තමයි අපි divide කරන්නේ. Right? When we are calculating total cost, there are two types. Variable cost and fixed cost. මේ දෙකම තියෙනවා මේක ඇතුලේ. Right? එතකොට when we are calculating per unit average cost, that means variable cost, fixed cost, both are in there. ඒ දෙකම මේක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. But when we are calculating average per unit average cost, per unit variable cost, only variable cost is there. Variable cost එක විතරයි එතන තියෙන්නේ. Fixed cost එක නැහැ. Right? Average cost එක වැඩි වෙන්න reason එක තමයි per unit fixed cost. Fixed cost එකත් මේක ඇතුලේ තියෙන නිසා. Right? Sometimes you might not get this point because this is new to you, children. But when you are keep thinking about this one, when you are doing more questions, you will get this sense. Right? ඇයි එකේම වෙන්නේ කියලා එතකොට තේරෙයි. Right? Don't get that point, don't worry. Right? ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් කරගන්න එපා. Right. So this is the main important thing, break-even point. Now, children, when we are finding break-even point, we have different ways we can find. We can use a graph, we can use formula. Likewise, we can use different methods. Here we are learning only this equation. Equation we are not learning using graph how to do this one. Right? Right. So very simple equation is there. Break-even point equal fixed cost divided by contribution. Right? Fixed cost divided by contribution. You know what is break even point? Break even point කියන එක දන්නවා. Fixed cost also you know. The new thing comes with contribution. Contribution you don't know, right? Here we have how to calculate contribution also. The contribution equal price minus per unit variable cost, right? Price එකෙන් අඩු කරන්න ඕන per unit variable cost, right? Price, no problem with the price. Price you can take from the question. Price එක අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. Price එක අපිට කරන්න බෑ. We are given the price. අපිට price එක දෙන්න ඕනේ in question, right? Per unit variable cost. That's the thing, right? Here you are not putting average cost. Average cost එක නෙමෙයි මෙතන දාන්න, right? Per unit variable cost. Per unit variable cost only. Right? අමතක වෙලා average cost එක දාන්න එපා මෙතනට. Right. Okay. So you have this question. So I shared these things with you. Then I thought I'm thinking that you have studied this thing. Last day I told you to study these questions. And based on that I'm teaching this one. Right? මම දැන් හිතන් ඉන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක study කරලා ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. Right. So what they are asking, calculating the break-even point. Break-even point calculate කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Let's see the question. The production volume of a certain company's product is 1,000 units per month. Right. 1,000 units per month. That means output 1,000. 1,000 හදනවලු. The other relevant details of the product are as follows. Selling price per unit rupees 10. එකක් sell කරන්නේ 10 rupees. Okay. Variable cost per unit. Right. Per unit variable cost. Not the total variable cost. එකක් හදන්න යන variable cost එක rupees 5. Fixed cost. Here fixed cost 3,000. ඒ කියන්නේ children මෙතන here this is total fixed cost. Not per unit fixed cost. අපි per unit fixed cost කියලා එකක් හොයන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Normally we are talking about total fixed cost. It's 3,000. The expected units of production 800 units. Here you can see there are two types of units, right? 1,000 is there, 800 there, right? Now what is the difference between these 1,000 units and 800 units? The difference is maximum they can produce 1,000 per month. උපරිම හදන්න පුළුවන් 1,000. But they're expected only 800. But they're not producing 1,000. They are producing just 800 in this month. Right? මේ මාසේ ඒගොල්ලෝ හදන්නේ 800 only. 1,000 වලට කරන්නේ නැහැ. Right? But if they want, they can go for 1,000. Right? That is the idea. Right. So they are asking us to calculate break-even point. So when we are calculating break-even point, we need to write this equation first. Make a liyannu. B break-even point equal fixed cost divided by contribution. Make it still a liyannu. We need to write this one first. Fixed cost. What is the fixed cost here? No problem. We can find the answer directly from the question. It is 3,000. 3,000 kila දීලම තියෙනවානේ. So fixed cost we can write 3,000. Contribution. Then again we need to write contribution equation. Price minus per unit variable cost. Right. Now we need to find price. What is the price? 10 rupees. 10 rupees. Then minus per unit variable cost is 5. Then contribution is how much? 5. Then here you can see the answer. Maintain contribution per unit. Selling price minus per unit variable cost. Selling price 10, per unit variable cost 5. මේ ඔක්කොම ගත්තේ අපි question එකෙන්. ඉතල මුකුත් ගත්තේ නැහැ. Right? Then answer is 5. Contribution is 5. Right. Here fixed cost 3,000 divided by 5. This 5 how we took? මේ contribution කියන එක තමයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. Right? Then 3,000 divided by 5 means 600. Then other point you need to remember here, children, this is 600 units, right? Not in rupees. Rupees වලින් නෙමෙයි මේක තියෙන්නේ. මේක අපි කරන්නේ 600 units. Break even output එක තමයි 600. right? Again, units money. Don't write rupees, right? Now, break-even units is 600. What is meaning of that? In this company, if they sell more than 600, they can earn profit. If they sell less than 600, they are getting loss. If they sell exactly 600, no profit, no loss. But me company කට profit හොයන්න ඕන නම් 600 වලට වඩා වැඩිපුර sell කරන්න වෙනවා. It's a break-even point. Now you tell me, did you understand or not? Or is there anything to be clarified? Give me a comment about break-even point. Because this is quite important, children. Important topic. It's not theory, right? It's theory so I want to know, did you understand or not? Sometimes you might think, right? But when you are going to study these things, sometimes you might get some questions, right? Right now we are telling understood. Okay, very good, right? Make a study next day also no problem. Right. Shall we go with the inventories? New topic. Inventories. Or we call it stock. Stock right? Maintaining stock at an optimum level with a low cost in order to maintain the continuity of the manufacturing process is known as the stock control. Right? Then why we are learning about this is stock and inventories. Then normally children in manufacturing business, right? They have very high inventory levels, right? They have the separate factories also, right? Warehouses also there to keep this inventory. May inventories especially with the flow production methods thing. You know what is flow production methods? Flow production you're continuously producing. Then you need a lot of raw materials, right? Stock we can divide it into 3 parts, children, right? First one, raw materials. Second one, working inventories, right? Work in progress. Last one, finished goods. Right? First one, raw materials. Raw materials for the production process, we need raw materials. Raw material. For example, for shoes, if they're manufacturing shoes, leather is the raw material. Leather raw materials. Work in progress means the half finished goods. Work in progress. Then finished goods means finished goods. Shoes. Finished goods. Likewise, we can divide it into 3. So normally in a business, they have all 3 inventories. So they need separate place to keep these inventories. And also children, to buy these inventories, they need money. Right? So they have to control this stock. Right? Proper control should be there. Manage. Otherwise, right, they might have some liquidity problems in the business. Liquidity problems that means they might not have money to pay day-to-day expenses. Sometimes some businesses buy a lot of raw materials, right? Lot of inventories. Godak inventories are business using their money. The finally end of the month, they don't have money to pay salaries to employees, right? Inventories පස්සේ බලනකොට ඒගොල්ලන්ට නැහැ මේ employees ලට salary ගෙවන්නත් සල්ලි නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. That kind of problems might become. That is why we need to have stock control. ඒක තමයි අපිට stock control කරන්න ඕනේ. Right. Holding stock so as not to create any shortage, no excess of stock is mean by optimum stock. Right? Then there are two things we need to do. First one, there should not be any shortage. Right? If there are any shortage with stock, right? Then we are doing production process. Api then production එක කරගෙන යනවා, right? But middle of that we have to end the production process because we don't have raw materials. බලනකොට අපිට raw materials නැහැ. දැන් production එක කරන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. That is a shortage. Sometimes customers are ordering, right? Keep ordering, but we don't have finished goods to send to customers. ඒගොල්ලන්ට යවන්න අපි ගාව බඩු නැහැ. Right? Those are the shortage. Some businesses have excess of stock. ඕනවට වඩා තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා. Right? Stocks they are keeping. What are the problems with that? Right? Then if you have excess stock, ඕනවට වඩා වැඩිපුර stock එක තියෙනවා නම් what are the problems you have to face in a business? I'm just asking you, you don't have that answers for that question in here. එතන නෑ answer එක. Tell me one problem. ඕනවට වඩා stock තියෙනවා නම් if you have excess stock, so what are the problems that you have to face? මොන වගේ ප්‍රශ්නද ඔයාලට තියෙන්නේ එතකොට? I will tell the main problem. Cost is high. Cost එක වැඩි. Tell me some cost of holding inventories. දැන් මෙහිම inventories වැඩිපුර තියාගෙන ඉන්නකොට අපිට තියෙන cost මොනවද? business එකකට එන cost එක මොනවද? What are the cost of holding inventories? අපි inventories කියන්නේ stock එක තියාගෙන ඉන්නකොට අපිට එන cost මොනවද? We need warehouse cost. If we have stock children, අපි මේම inventories තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා නම් we need to have a place to keep those inventories. එතකොට we have to pay rent those building and all. ඒක cost එකක්. And we have to pay insurance for these stock. Stock up insure karana, right? Normally businesses are doing that, insurance karana. So we have to pay high insurance when we have lot of stock. And there is an opportunity cost also, right? Using that money, we have done something, could gain some profit, right? And also, what are the other problems? What are the other costs? Shrinkage cost, right? Then maybe damage වෙනවනේ. එතකොට damage වුණාමත් cost එකක් එනවා. So there are a lot of cost when we holding inventories. Therefore, it's very important to maintain optimum stock. හරිම stock එක තියාගන්න ඕනි අපි business එකක. හරිද? ඕනවට වඩා වැඩිපුර තියන්නත් බෑ, අඩුවෙන් තියන්නත් බෑ. Then how we do this control? කොහොමද අපි මේ control එක කරන්නේ? There are a lot of inventory control methods, but here we are learning only 3 methods, right? මීට අමතරව තව හුඟක් methods තියෙනවා. First one, 2-bin system. Some businesses using this method, 2-bin system කියන එක use කරනවා. By keeping the same kind of stock in 2 bins, one larger and the other small, right? මෙතන bins දෙකක් තියෙනවා. There are 2 bins. That is why we call this one 2-bin system. One bin is very large, other one is a small one, right? So businesses using stock which is in the large bin. දැන් ඒගොල්ලෝ produce කරනකොට පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ large bin එකේ තියෙන stock එක, right? Then the stock when that large bin, the stock in the large bin is over, right? ඒකේ තියෙන stock එක ඉවර වුණාම then they put an order. Right? එතකොට අපි order එකක් දානවා. Right? Then so it takes times to come that order. Your order එක එන්න වෙලාව යනවා. Meanwhile we are using the stock which is in the small bin. Right? ඒ වෙලාවේදී පොඩි එකේ තියෙන ටික පාවිච්චි කරනවා. Right? Then when after receiving our order එක ආවම first we are filling small bin. ඉස්සෙල්ලාම small bin එක fill කරනවා. Then we fill the large bin. Right? order එක ආවම ඉස්සෙල්ලාම fill කරන්නේ first bin, small bin එක. Then we are filling large bin. Right. Next one, JIT method. Right? Children write within brackets. JIT means just in time. Right? Just in time. Just in time. So what is happening here? මෙතනදි කරන්නේ they don't keep any inventories here. Right? කිසිම එකක් තියාගන්නේ නැහැ, inventories තියාගන්නේ නැහැ. Once they need raw materials, they order from a supplier. Right? They put an order. Then the method of obtaining materials for the production of the required time, right? They put an order and they take this, buy those raw materials at that time. ඕන වෙලාවට විතරයි ඒක ගන්න. Right? නැත්තම් ඒගොල්ලෝ inventories තියාගන්නේ නැහැ. Right? So there's no any cost. ඒ කියන්නේ they don't have any inventories, therefore no need to pay any insurance. Right? There's no any opportunity cost, nothing. Inventory ඕන වුණොත් ගන්නවා. Finished goods also same, right? Inventories means raw materials and finished goods. Finished goods also same. They are producing when customer ordered only, right? Customer illot vitarai produce karane, right? Then they produce that one, then directly send to the customers. Eme ivara vela kelimma එක යවනවා customer. They don't keep any inventories. That is a just-in-time method, right? Just-in-time method එකේදී වෙන්නේ කිසිම inventory එකක් තියාගන්නේ නැහැ. Once they want some raw materials, they just put an order and purchase it at that time. And once the production process is over, directly send to those finished goods directly to the customer. කෙලින්ම customers ලට යවනවා. එච්චර තමයි කරන්නේ. Computer program. This is the most common thing, right? Using computer software, businesses keep controlling of this stock. මේ stock එක මොනවා හරි software එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා control කරනවා, right? This is the most common method. Computer program. Right. Next one, children, quality. Right? Quality means once the consumer satisfied with the product, we call that product is quality, right? Quality එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ customer satisfied වෙනවා නම් product එකත් එක්ක අපි කියනවා ඒක quality කියලා. Now for example, I'm using Dell laptop, right? Someone using Apple laptop. So I'm satisfied with this Dell laptop, right? මට මේක හොඳයි. So this is a quality product for me. Right? We are not telling very high quality, if the product is using high quality raw material, very branded products are quality. එහෙම අපි කියන්නේ නැහැ, right? Customer satisfied නම් අපි කියනවා ඒ product එක quality කියලා. So businesses can achieve this quality production in two methods: quality control and next one is quality assurance. Quality control is the traditional method. Quality assurance is the new method. Quality control එකේදී වෙන්නේ, what is happening here, children? We check quality at the end of the process. මේක process එක ඉවර වෙලා අවසානයේදී අපි quality එක check කරනවා, right? That is the quality control means. Quality assurance means end of each stage we are checking the quality, right? ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මොනවා හරි product එකක් හදනකොට it has few stages, no? Stages කීපයක් යනවානේ, right? End of each stage we are checking the quality. We call that is quality assurance. හැබැයි අපි check කරන්නේ නිකන් end එකේදී විතරයි නම් අපි ඒකට කියනවා quality control, right? So in quality control there are separate inspectors to do this one. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක ඉවර වුණාම check කරන්න කියලා වෙනමම කට්ටියක් ඉන්නවා. Quality inspectors are there. In quality assurance, inspectors also checking at the end. අවසානයේදී inspectors ලා check කරනවා. But end of every stage employees also check the quality. මේ production process එක කරන employees ලා ඉන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලෝගේ වැඩේ ඉවර වුණාට පස්සේ check කරනවා මේක quality ද, right? ඒ කියන්නේ මොන හරි damage, are there any damages, right? එහෙම check කරනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ process එක මැදදී check කරනවා. But here in quality control, they are not doing something like that. Quality control එකේදී, right? Only checking at the end of the production process. ඒ ටික තමයි වෙනස. Right? Just go through this explanation. All things are here. Right? So children, this lesson also finish. Lesson number 2. So I will share the second assignment with you. Right? Second assignment එක අද එවන්න. Right? I will put the deadline also. Right? Deadline දාලා මම ඒක එවන්න. Second assignment එක. So just go through with this one and do the assignment and submit. Right? And if you have any doubt or any question, just go through this one and ask me next day. ඊළඟ දවසේ අහන්න මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම්. Right? If there are any question, do you have any question now? If you have any doubt or thing, anything you can ask now. If you not තියෙනවා නම් දැන් උනත් අහන්න, doesn't matter. See the difference between this quality control and quality assurance. මේ දෙකේ වෙනස චුට්ටක් බලන්න. No doubts. Then shall we wind up the session? Right, children, then God bless you. I will send you the second assignment, and next day we are going to start third lesson. Right. God bless you, children.